Hi, it's Bronwyn from Wisdom of the Sage. One thing I do every month is pull a tarot card and ask what energies I can expect for the following month. And, November's no exception this month. And the card that came out was the Emperor card. Now, I've got the Emperor card here for Rider-Waite deck, which is the one that I guess is the traditional view of the Emperor card. The Emperor card's associated with Aries, which is, it's very close to being opposite to Scorpio. In astrology, it's what we call a quincunx. It's almost opposite. They annoy each other. So if you think of Scorpio and Aries, they really don't get each other. And we are in Scorpio season, so that's really interesting. Look, the Emperor card is a card that reflects discipline, um, stubbornness, security, structure, protection. It's a go getter because it is that Aries must win at all costs. It's quite a masculine card, and it's very clear on what's needed to feel secure and safe. Um, it's it is a fiery card. It has a temper, but at the same time, it can be quite logical when it comes down. Okay, so how will that? And oh, I was going to say too. You know, it's an Aries card. It's associated with Aries because in the Rider-Waite suit or deck, you've got, I don't know whether you can see there, but you've got ram's heads on his throne, and you can see this. He's in armor, which makes him quite closed and protected. Um, I've got some other examples actually of what the emperor looks like here. This is in like my very large tarot deck, and he's quite similar to Rider-Waite in a lot of ways. Definitely the armor's there. You've got the ram's heads there as well. One that's a little bit different is the pagan deck that I've got here. It's quite different. There's no association there that I can see that has anything to do with Aries or astrology at all, really, with these cards. There's not a lot of symbolism in that way. But it looks like it's someone in a church, very traditional. The Emperor's very traditional as well. So that's a different view to look at it. Again, um, quite a masculine card, and I've also got a manga version of the Emperor as well. Who he looks quite young in this card, doesn't he? But you can see the determination on the face here. It's a very determined energy. Is the Emperor. So how will this energy translate in November? I believe it may bring on, or you may feel restricted, particularly during watery and very ungrounded Scorpio season. You may feel that you're being held back by rules or by duty. Um, and when we move into Sagittarius season on November 22nd, you should feel a shift with that because um, Sagittarius is another fire sign, and the Emperor is a fire sign as well. So they do align a lot better in that way. They tend to um, get things done because that's what fire does, right? But Sagittarius is much more spontaneous and tends to ignore the rules if it's reasonable to do so, or they'll make up for it later. So things I would watch out for, though, are potentially splashing the cash through through November because the Emperor's quite unforgiving around overextending and worrying about the consequences later, which is probably more of a Sagittarius thing. But I would be recommending to stick to the rules and to the plan, and all will end well. Or you may feel that that restriction It's a good month for getting things done. Let's put it that way. Which that's good. That's good. I hope you learnt something then, and have a great November. Thanks.